Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is the Locker Gnome Daily Report, your daily dose of geek news, gadget views, and answers that you can use. What? You mean I cover more than just tech stuff? Yeah, where have you been? And you know I'm here for you, no matter what you might need from me, so long as I can provide it. Like a way to save money, 1,285 people used deals.lockergnome.com last month to take advantage of the various bargains that we have posted. And right now, you can save money on a customized iPhone case. You can save half off Roxio Toast 11. We've got another productivity bundle. Oh, look, stylish armor protection for your phone. Oh, the list kind of goes on and on. Like me sometimes. If I could make a living from saving people money, I'd be all for it. So thanks again for taking advantage of the things that I'm creating for you. What do I think about the HTC One? I'm glad you've been asking. After I posted my unboxing and gave you a few initial impressions of this particular piece of hardware, which by the way is a beautiful piece of hardware, I'm going to be posting my review of this product tomorrow in this very channel. Apparently, a self-proclaimed feminist, not Candace, posted a video on YouTube and then closed the comments so that people couldn't respond to the things that she was saying that she presented as fact, when in fact they were more like opinions. Opinions are okay. We all have them. So what do? We publish an article on our own website, and of course talk about it in our own YouTube channel, which you're free to do as well. As a female, Candace writes, I never felt slighted by video games and the protagonist's goal. Not once did I ever lift my fist to the heavens and say, but I want a story about me, Candace, being the heroine. What about me? Because there were always parts of my life that resonated with both sides. Both the hero and the damsel are tropes because everyone can relate to them at least once in their life, whether they're male or female. You want to talk about not being able to live up to stereotypes? Have you seen my lack of muscles lately? And what's up with this high-pitched voice? Don't even get me going on my height and how it doesn't measure up to the average. Size matters not. I realize this is what Yoda says, but he's really short, so what else do you think he's going to say? Oh, and speaking of, the Yoda Chronicles is coming out for free on iOS on May 4th. You know, Star Wars Day? May the 4th be with you? And don't tell me you're someone who celebrates Revenge of the 5th. I share my email address everywhere, chris@pirillo.com. Still, this doesn't stop you from asking me how to get a hold of me. People are just kind of lazy, myself included. And you know what? When it comes to customer service, the best path is usually the easiest path. And that's exactly why Twitter is becoming the customer service portal to the world. Think about that for a moment. Have you ever tweeted me? Sometimes I'm able to respond, sometimes I don't see it because I get tweeted a lot. But I do my best to respond and interact, especially if you're having a problem. Do you expect companies that you buy from to respond to you by way of Twitter? I can tell you two companies that never do. Lego and Apple. In fact, yesterday, as I posted on Facebook and a bit on Twitter and Google Plus as well, I got booted from both of their affiliate programs. You heard me right. Essentially, if you buy something from Apple or Lego, I make nothing. Unless, of course, I work out a deal on deals.lockergnome.com, or you email me for a direct link to where I can pass you along to my Amazon affiliate program, making that bounty possible. Apple booted me out of their affiliate program a couple of years ago because I was linking to them on YouTube videos. They didn't want that. And yesterday, Lego booted me out of their program. I don't know why. Sorry, didn't mean to get agitated there. It's just that the people in charge of these things don't really understand the value of people who are really, really passionate about. You know how many emails I've received from people saying they've either bought Apple computers or purchased a Lego set or two? You know how much I've made from that? Nothing. So don't you think that there should be some kind of value that transpires at some point in between? It's a possibility, but I'm just saying, not being in their affiliate programs, it's kind of like getting kicked in the nuts. You'd think that I'd drop kick all my Apple and Lego products out the door immediately. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to tell you that I think the people responsible for these affiliate programs are two fries short of a Happy Meal. Customer service goes hand in hand with purchasing. When you buy something with your own money and you have a problem, you want to get the problem resolved. That I know of, neither Apple nor Lego are using Twitter as customer service mechanisms, because neither one of them have responded to this tweet that I made that I was just WTF! Admit it. You'd rather tweet something negative about a company than approach an actual human being to talk through the problem. I was just blowing off steam. I don't think anybody was listening though. And that's the worst. You know, when you put something out there and you just feel that nobody's listening. That's the beauty of what we have right now with Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus and YouTube. We can communicate, have a two-way dialogue. It's one of the reasons why when I do these videos, I like interacting. I like getting feedback from you, and I do my best to respond to as many people as I possibly can, but there's only so much time in the day. I'm only one human being. Do you use social media for customer service? Our question of the day is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. If you want to save money on your next purchase, all you need to do is email me to the email address that I already shared with you in this video. I will send you my latest list of coupons. Oh, there I go, trying to save people money again. On LockerGnome.net, Curtis Coburn asks, what are the best non-touchscreen apps in the Windows 8 store? I don't think you're going to find any because the Windows 8 store is largely based on the model that you're going to be buying things for your touchscreen device. One of those apps you may care to pick up, optimized for touchscreen devices, is the LockerGnome Reporter. I threw it out there. I said, hey, does someone want to create a free LockerGnome app and put it in the Windows 8 store? And someone did. I don't think anybody's downloaded it yet because there are no ratings. No one's written a review. It's really, really simple, too. What you need to do is download it, and then you can get all the latest thumbnails for the YouTube videos and the articles on LockerGnome.com. It's not complete. Doesn't have the deals, doesn't have the questions, doesn't have other things in our universe, but there's quick taps away to my other accounts, like the one on Instagram. Did you see that? It was the Internet Explorer icon. When was the last time you saw that? Oh, and before I forget, there's a new version of Instagram available. Not on Windows 8 or Windows Phone 8, but the new version allows you to be tagged in other people's photos. Don't worry, you can configure it to have them show up automatically or manually approve them. And yes, I've got my account set to be, controlled manually. So go ahead, upload videos of me to Instagram and tag my name, Chris Pirillo. So back to the question at hand. I just don't think that many developers are going to be placing apps that weren't optimized for touch in the Windows 8 store, if only because a lot of people using Windows 8 have touchscreen computers, and touchscreen computers are kind of the new big thing. Even though touchscreen PCs have been around for eons, the operating systems, the UX around them has finally kind of been optimized for touch. Well, kind of in relation to Windows 8. Because it's half in and half out, and I think that's where the root of the question comes from. Curtis writes, I've been in the desktop mode for ages. I love it, don't get me wrong. I think Windows 8 is a step forward from 7, but I was wondering if there are any apps in the Windows Store that are not made for touch and that work well with a mouse and a keyboard. Yeah, those apps would be called apps or programs for Windows 7, and they're probably going to be available outside the Windows Store. The future of Windows, for better or for worse, is going to be touch. Everything about the modern experience was optimized for your fingers. I mean, who wants to play a piano with a mouse? Jumping from Windows to iOS, I had to tell you about an app I found the other day called Soundy Thingy. Well, I was having fun with it. And it's a universal binary! Well, I was impressed. I really don't want to beat a dead horse and talk about how the desktop is dying, because it's not, but I will go as far as to say as bigger companies like Adobe are thinking about porting Lightroom-like apps over to touch experiences. And if you've never used Lightroom before, you may not be into digital photography, because it's an amazing utility available from Adobe. That's right, you heard me say that Adobe makes some pretty amazing things, sometimes. Still not a fan of Flash. The next experience may very well be gestures, at which point either we Italians are going to be very happy or very frustrated. What are you talking about? Go right, not left, go right! And I don't mean like this. Oh, and while we're on the subject of things you didn't care about, I got the live stream up and running again at live.pirillo.com. Changed the layout because I had to set it up on a new computer, so the chat is now bigger, and when you tweet me or LockerGnome on Twitter, as opposed to tweeting me on YouTube, your avatar will show up in the live video itself. Take a look, live.pirillo.com. Only this time, you're the star of the show. Yes, my face is still in there. I even got a little picture-in-picture. I'm just saying that I'm really wanting to give this to you. Why? Because I like you? And I know you like me, or at least I assume you like me because you made it to this point in the video. Thank you for liking and sharing and participating with this participatory piece of media. And, just keep being yourself. Promise me that? We'll see you later.